We need to support organizations not just to survive, but we want them to innovate, and we want them to regenerate, and we want them to grow. That's what this is really about. So I think today, let's all be brave. Let's put ourselves forward, not just as implementers, but as trusted networks, people that we together can work and change the funding landscape within the continent. And starting with Kenya. Kenya is the place where all of this change can happen. We can make this funding go further. We can really create meaningful impact. And let's remember that resilience is not about bouncing back to being the same. It's about building forward and being smarter.
The DigiTalents Playbook stemmed from a program we ran by the name DigiTalents, funded by Friedrich Naumann Foundation for East Africa in Kenya, FNF, and implemented by us, Westerwelle Startup Haus, Mombasa. And we were targeting to reach to clientele who are the youth, the young people below 35 years of age, and with a gender lens including 50% women, 50% men. The whole idea of this program was to enhance digital skills. We have a huge gap in the African markets on digital skills, especially around young people. And what we were doing is closing the gap between the skill demand and the skill supply. We broke down the program into 4 parts. The technical training, which involved different digital tracks. We did software development, visual content creation, and digital marketing. In tandem, we also had entrepreneurship training and soft skills translated through the program. From the lessons that we learned and the experience that we sourced, we were able to develop a resource that's open and available for free for ESOs, for the government, for donors, for people in the ecosystem to use and actually custom make it to become their own document and be able to contribute to the digital space.
In this space of civic education and the civic societies, where I've been able to learn how we can be able to consolidate our efforts as different stakeholders when it comes to the bit of promoting startups, because also in the civic space, we have young people who have entrepreneurial, ideas, and they don't know how to begin with them, as well as how to propagate them further if they have them. So today I've been able to understand how we can be able as an organization to empower young people to bring up their ideas together and to be able to have collaborative work, to be able to propagate their startups ahead, and also how to be able to farm them more and be able to build on them so that they can be able to see the success of their work.
Today, particularly to recap about the DigiTalent program that they have just finished. For me, being an African, being a Kenyan, being a woman, it's very close to my heart that we can be able to upskill talent, either from where it was started or where it was not existent, right? Be able to bridge that gap that is going to allow our youth, which is the majority of our population right now, to have accessibility to employability or have accessibility to entrepreneurship interventions that will be able to change their own livelihoods, but also the livelihoods of the communities that they serve. I have learned about Angler language, which is a cutting-edge innovation language, software coding language that is changing the landscape in how these youth create a niche in the market for themselves, and it's really an important intervention that will shift, right, how we deal with youth, how we deal with this enabling that will upskill our talent, upskill our youth, and open more opportunities both locally and externally, but particularly from underserved communities. And the convening power drives authentic collaborations, drive authentic relationships that will be able to have authentic localized solutions that will advance us together.
How would people partner with us? First and foremost, we're a very open organization when it comes to collaboration. We're inviting partners, we're inviting donors, we're inviting ESOs that we can co-create and implement programs together. We're inviting startups who we can work together through needs analysis, identification, and beneficial aspects of our programs. We also do run a hub physically in Mombasa with co-working spaces. Feel free to collaborate with us through taking up space and any other ways.